Let's get one thing straight from the very beginning. If a woman leaves you and then decides to come back, you are standing at a crossroads that will define your self-respect for years to come. And most men take the wrong path. Their ego feels validated, their loneliness gets a quick fix, and their mind screams, "She must have realized I was the one." But this is a dangerous illusion. 9 times out of 10, she didn't come back because of your worth. She came back because of a need she has. Her return is not automatically a compliment to you. It is often a test of you. So I want you to ask yourself, with brutal honesty, if she reached out to you right now, would your response be guided by your principles or by your fear of being alone? This is where the Stoic Manhood Guide offers a different path, a path of principle over passion. The Stoic man does not celebrate just because she knocks on his door again. He observes, he measures, he decides based on a clear-eyed assessment of reality, not on the fleeting emotions of nostalgia or desire. And let's be clear, this philosophy isn't about playing cold-hearted games or seeking revenge. It is about applying a framework of self-respect to protect your own peace. The goal is to ensure your actions are guided by integrity, not by a need to control or punish someone else. In this video, we are going to strip away the romance movie illusions. We will give you the exact playbook for what to do when an ex comes back, broken down into clear, actionable steps. This guide will ensure that whatever choice you make it from a place of unshakable strength, not desperate weakness. Because in the end, the question isn't will she stay? It's will you still respect yourself if she does? Rule No. 1. Don't celebrate her return. The moment she comes back into your orbit, your first instinct will be a powerful rush of emotion, relief, validation, excitement. Your mind will want to interpret her return as a victory. The biggest mistake you can make is to act on that impulse. When you celebrate her return, telling your friends, posting a happy story, showering her with affection, you were communicating a fatal message: my happiness was on hold until you came back. You immediately surrender all your leverage and place her back on the pedestal she just stepped down from. The Stoic mindset teaches us to be masters of our internal state, not slaves to external events. Her return is merely an event. It is not inherently good or bad. It is simply new information. Your job is to treat it as such. Think of yourself as a king who does not throw a parade just because a citizen who left the kingdom has decided to return. A wise king listens first. He observes. He assesses their motives before deciding if they are even worthy of being led back through the gates. Let me ask you this: have you ever celebrated a victory too early, only to realize the game wasn't actually over? Your initial response should be one of calm neutrality, not coldness, but composure. When she texts, "I miss you," your response isn't a frantic, "I miss you too, when can I see you?" It is a calm, measured, "I hear you. We can talk." You set a tone of thoughtful consideration, not desperate excitement. This composure is unsettling to someone expecting a celebration. It tells her that the price of re-entry is higher than she thought, and that the man she left is not the same man she has returned to. Rule No. 2. Ask why she really came back. Most men are so blinded by the excitement of her return that they fail to ask the single most important question: why now? They willingly accept the first romantic, surface-level answer she gives: "I missed you. I realized I made a mistake. It wasn't the same without you." A Stoic man never accepts things at face value. He understands that human beings are driven by self-interest, and he looks past the pretty words to the underlying motive. The truth is, women often return for reasons that have nothing to do with your inherent value. She might be lonely after a new relationship failed. She might be facing financial instability and remembers you were a source of security. She might simply be bored and seeking the comfort of the familiar. Her return might be about her convenience, not your connection. This is not about being a cynic, it's about being a realist. Your job is to protect your own peace. You must become a gentle but firm interrogator of her motives. Ask open-ended questions. A lot has happened. What made you decide to reach out at this specific time? Then listen. Listen not just to what she says, but to what she doesn't say. Does she take full accountability for her choice to leave? Or does she blame external circumstances? Does she show genuine remorse for the pain she caused? Or is she focused on how she feels now? Think about a time you took someone's words at face value and ignored your gut feeling. How did that end for you? Understanding her true motive is your most powerful tool. If she came back because she genuinely recognizes your worth and is ready to put in the work, you have a foundation to build on. But if she came back because her other options dried up, you are just a temporary solution to her problem. And a man of self-respect is never anyone's backup plan. Rule No. 3. Test her intentions, not her words. Words are the cheapest form of currency in relationships. When a woman returns, her words will often be perfect. She will say everything you've been wanting to hear. I've changed. I see your worth now. I'll never take you for granted again. The fatal mistake is to believe those words without evidence. You want to believe them because it's the path of least resistance. It feels good. It soothes the ego. But a man who operates on feelings alone is destined to repeat his past mistakes. A Stoic man operates on evidence. He looks for proof. Testing her intentions is not about creating manipulative games. It is about setting a standard and quietly observing if she meets it. It is about giving her the space and opportunity to prove her words through consistent action. If she says she's committed, does she show up on time? Does she initiate plans? Does she respect your boundaries? If she says she understands your value, does she now treat you with the respect you deserve, even when she's upset or when things are difficult? Ask yourself this: what is one concrete, non-negotiable action you would need to see from her to even begin to believe she has changed? You must let her put in the work. The man who values himself does not hand over his trust like a free sample. He requires it to be earned back, step by step, action by action. Her true intentions will not be revealed in the emotional reunion. They will be revealed in her behavior weeks or months later, when the initial excitement has faded and the real work of rebuilding begins. You owe it to yourself to wait for that data before you make your decision. Rule No. 4. Don't give instant forgiveness. Forgiveness is a powerful act, but when given too easily, it becomes a sign of weakness. When she returns, filled with apologies, it's tempting to say, "It's okay, I forgive you," just to relieve the tension and get back to the comfort of the familiar. This is a profound mistake. Instant forgiveness teaches her a dangerous lesson, that your boundaries are weak and that her actions have no lasting consequences. You are not being a noble, romantic man. You are being a doormat. You are silently communicating, "You can hurt me, abandon me, and I will welcome you back with open arms, no questions asked." Do you really think that earns her respect? Or does it simply show her that your approval is cheap? And let me be clear, this isn't about holding a grudge or seeking revenge. That is the path of a weak man driven by emotion. This is about understanding that true forgiveness is a process, not a switch you flip. It should come after you've seen consistent, proven change, not before. You must let her sit with the discomfort of what she did. Not to punish her, but to allow her to fully grasp the weight of her choice. Think about it in any other area of life. If someone breaks a serious contract with you, do you instantly trust them again? Or do you require a period of proven reliability? A man who forgives instantly is a man who doesn't value his own emotional well-being. A man who makes forgiveness a process is a man who values himself enough to ensure history doesn't repeat itself. If she is truly remorseful, she will understand and respect your need for time. She will be willing to put in the work to earn back your trust. If she pressures you for instant forgiveness, it's a red flag that she is more concerned with relieving her own guilt than with healing the damage she caused. Rule No. 5. Make her earn back access. When a woman leaves you, she voluntarily forfeits her access to the most valuable things you have to offer: your time, your energy, your emotional support, and your physical presence. Access to you is a privilege, not a right. The moment she returns, that privilege is not automatically reinstated. Yet, most men immediately roll out the red carpet. They answer her calls instantly. They clear their schedules for her. They make themselves fully available, essentially putting her right back into the center of their lives as if she never left. This is a strategic error of the highest order. When people don't have to work for something, they don't value it. If she wants to be in your life again, She must be willing to earn that position back. This means you do not drop your boundaries to make her comfortable. It means you do not cancel your plans with your friends just because she is suddenly free. It means she has to fit into the strong, independent life you have been building in her absence, not the other way around. Ask yourself this: what is one boundary you let slide in your last relationship that you refuse to compromise on now? Making her earn back access serves a dual purpose. First, it demonstrates your high self-worth. Second, it gives you a crucial observation period. Is she consistently putting in the effort to reconnect, or is she only showing up when she's bored or lonely? Think of yourself as the gatekeeper to your own peace and stability. You decide who enters, when they enter, and under what conditions. If she is serious, she will respect the process. If she is not, she will get frustrated and reveal her true intentions. Either way, you win, because you have protected your dignity and your peace. Rule No. 6. Avoid falling into old patterns. The human brain craves the familiar. When she comes back, it is dangerously easy to slip right back into the same old patterns and routines you had before, the same inside jokes, the same texting habits, the same relationship dynamic. It feels comfortable, it feels safe, but that comfort is a trap. It is the very thing that blinds you to the fundamental problems that cause the relationship to fail in the first place. Old patterns are like gravitational pulls. You don't even notice they're dragging you back to the same place until it's too late. You start prioritizing her over your own goals. You stop holding her accountable. You fall back into the exact dynamic that made her lose respect and attraction. And if nothing has truly changed, the outcome will be exactly the same. She will leave again. Think about your previous relationship with her. What was one specific pattern of behavior, either yours or hers, that contributed to the breakup? If you want a different result, you must consciously create a different dynamic. This is a new relationship to 2.0. It must operate on new terms. The old terms failed. This means you must be hyper-aware of your own behavior. If you used to drop everything for her, you maintain your schedule. If you used to avoid conflict to keep the peace, you now address issues directly and calmly. You must keep your hobbies, your social life, and your independence firmly intact. You are not going back to what was. You are building something new, and it must be built on the stronger foundation of the man you have become in her absence. If you allow yourself to fall into old patterns, you are giving history permission to repeat itself. Don't change the script, and the ending will always be the same. Rule No. 7. Choose respect over comfort. This is the final, ultimate principle. When she returns, it is easy to focus on the comfort she brings. The end of loneliness, the familiarity, the companionship. But comfort can be a seductive poison. For many men, the craving for that comfort is the very reason they end up sacrificing their self-respect. Respect is infinitely harder to win back than comfort. And here is the absolute truth: if she does not respect you, deep down, she will leave again. The relationship has no foundation. The Stoic man understands that short-term comfort is never worth long-term self-betrayal. It is better to be alone with your dignity intact than to be with someone who sees you as a convenient backup plan. Choosing respect means you are willing to endure the discomfort of setting a boundary. It means you are willing to say no to her, even if it creates tension. It means you are willing to walk away for good if you see that her presence in your life is undermining your principles and your value. You must measure the relationship not by how good it feels in the moment, but by whether it aligns with the man you want to be. So, the final question is the most important one. Are you willing to lose her again, if it means you get to keep your self-respect? Comfort can make you weak. Respect keeps you strong. And if you were ever forced to choose between the two, you must choose respect every single time. Because once you lose respect for yourself, it doesn't matter who comes back into your life. You have already lost the only thing that truly matters. So, let's bring this into sharp focus. The 7 rules we've covered are not a checklist to win her back. They are a framework to protect yourself. The ultimate goal is not the reunion. It is the preservation of your self-respect. Here's the uncomfortable truth most men refuse to accept. Sometimes, when a woman comes back after leaving you, the strongest, most high-value move you can make is to calmly and respectfully let her walk right back out. Not every return is a blessing. Sometimes it's just a distraction dressed as an opportunity. And let's be clear, this knowledge is a shield, not a weapon. It's not about manipulating her decision. It's about fortifying your own, so that you act from a place of principle, not pain. I know some of you have lived this, so I want to hear from you. Drop your experience in the comments. Your story turns this channel into a place where we sharpen each other. If this guide gave you the clarity you were looking for, do 3 things to support the mission. First, hit the like button. It tells the algorithm more men need this message. Second, share this video with one man who needs to hear it. And finally, if you are committed to this path of self-mastery, subscribe and hit the notification bell, because in the next video, we'll discuss the one mistake men make during the makeup phase that secretly destroys the relationship. You don't want to miss it. This has been the Stoic Manhood Guide. Remember, if you have to sacrifice your self-respect to get her back, you have already lost.